Welcome to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls.
This is Hello Downtown, the podcast where we explore the people, the places, and the pulse of our city's core. I'm your host, Brandon Hansen, and every episode we dive into the stories shaping life in the heart of Sioux Falls. So whether you're downtown every day or just downtown at heart, let's jump in. My guest today is Vaney Hariri. Vaney is the co-owner and co-founder of Think3D, a downtown-based company known not just for what they build, but for how they build culture inside their own organization and many others. A lot of organizations in downtown, in fact. And you're deeply tuned into the Levitt, the live music scene, art, events, and all things that quietly and not so quietly shape the quality of life in our entire community, in Sioux Falls as a city. You're a downtown resident, the business owner. You were on the DTSF board, just incredibly involved. Welcome, Vaney.
Thank you so much for having me. This is fun.
It's really great to have you. So now we've had you in a lot of promotions over the years. We've got lots of video content where you're chowing down on burgers to promote Burger Battle. And that's, here we are again. So instead of having you eat a burger, I thought we would just talk about them.
I love it. Yeah. Burger Battle is it's kind of one of my babies as well that, we've nurtured over the years, and it brings me a lot of pride to see the impact that it has on the community.
Were you part of creating Burger Battle? Were you around back then?
Yeah. So the concept, I wasn't in that meeting. The marketing and the development of it is more where I came in. So you'll see a lot of the early media where one day in particular, I ate burgers from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
How many burgers?
At that time, I think it was 17 burgers. And so people were coming, and we were at Plums, and they were kind of reheating it. But naturally, they take time to shoot the initial burger, and then I eat the second burger. And I usually prepare them at the same time. So sometimes it's not warm when I'm eating it. So I remember one year, I believe it was Wiley's, they had like a beer cheese curd burger. And it was one of the last burgers that I ate. And if you can imagine what that's like after sitting for, 15, 20 minutes while they were taking stills. I put in some work. Yeah. That probably wasn't good for my blood pressure or anything like that. Cholesterol for sure.
Well, I think it's important to note that February is National Heart Month.
Right.
So
well timed. If
you've got a good cardiologist, just book your appointment now. Well, we went from 17 maybe burgers in the beginning, I believe.
Yeah.
From the stories I've heard, that we were convincing people to sign up for the promotion initially, which, makes sense as a new promotion. This year, 2026 Burger Battle, we have 50 burgers.
Which is crazy. I mean, like you said in the beginning, it was like 6 to 8. And I think once we got over 9, it started to make a little bit of sense. And then once we, again, added a little bit more media storytelling to it, then it kind of became a cultural phenomenon.
It is, yeah. Last year, we topped $3.27 million in economic impact for the downtown community and for the city of Sioux Falls.
Incredible.
Just on burgers.
In 1 month. And the power of it always is taking what is a restaurateur's worst month and making it their best, most pivotal month. Taking a situation where normally you would have to cut your staff's hours to where you needed more staff. And being able to turn that on its nose in a cold weather community where those months can be so damaging for organizations, especially ones that can't benefit from your normal holiday shopping, which is generally restaurants. I mean, they get some rub, obviously, from having the people traffic down here, but not nearly as much as that. So this was one of those things where this was their Super Bowl as well.
Yeah, and we're actually starting to have a couple of chefs in different restaurants ask if we'll extend Burger Battle past January.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, you know what? I think we should ask their kitchen staffs how they feel about it. I mean, I think it's always tempting, and it's always something that you want to be thoughtful about. And people have suggested that we do about 15, 20 different types of battles.
Shrimp battle and
and it's one of those things where, you don't want to lose the energy of it, but you also don't want to limit it when there's an opportunity to do good for folks. I'm always really trying to be mindful of what's the impact on the staff, what's the impact, because it's such an intense month of focus that you also don't want to burn people out either. So I'm always thoughtful about that. I'd be interested to hear. I think that might be a good, survey to have to see how people feel about it and to see how the staff feel about it. But I just love that people want more of it.
So last year, Monks, they didn't win the Burger Battle, not the People's Choice voting, but they did sell the most. And that was 6,200 burgers on a little flat top grill. They actually got to walk away last year. First time we had an award for the staff that was kind of beyond what the People's Choice did. So we awarded a WWE wrestling
belt. Which I love.
Yeah. So this year you'll see a lot more kind of nods to wrestling and WWE, which is exciting. But as a resident, as a business owner, as a non-restaurateur, how does the month of January change in downtown because of Burger Battle?
Just the intensity, people are out and what made it so great is that it was a communal. And that's the thing that I was really most excited about is that, people were coming down here with their friends and their family experiencing this together to the point where people were renting limos and coming down here as a team, party buses, that type of thing. So, it creates that excitement. There's such a temptation, obviously, to hibernate during this period of time, and to draw in and to not come out and do those types of things. And when you have so many burgers, and people always say all the time, they're like, how am I supposed to eat 38 burgers in a month? And my response is always, you're not. When you are with friends and you're doing things and you have to create a schedule and you got to have a plan to try to attack them, the people who really want to get after it, get after it. And then the other people, they might only have 6 burgers, but that might be more burgers than they'll have in a downtown restaurant in any given year without something like this. And that just creates more community and engagement. And then people are talking about things. They're engaging with the app. Hey, did you have this burger? What do you think about that? And the kinetic energy of that is what empowers communities. And that's the thing I think people get confused all the time. Is it just about burgers? No. Is it just about making money? No. What it's about is people being excited or interested in something other than what they do day to day.
I think the real thing that we're trying to produce is community.
Yes.
Face-to-face interactions, people that know their neighbor. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. And that's what I'm about. I'm a community person, and I start for myself first. Like, what environment do I want to be in? What environment do I want to live in? I want to live in a situation where people are happy, where people are plugged in, where people are engaged, where there's something interesting happening because people are reaching for something. And Burger Battle is just one of the examples of how you create that kind of energy. And those are the things that makes everything else kind of work. The energy of having people enjoying their experience does something for you. That's the magic of downtown.
Our sponsor for Burger Battle is Poet. And that's kind of been sort of a theme for a lot of our events, actually. A lot of our restaurant themed events, we've got some sort of agricultural tie, which has been, it's kind of what you're talking about. We've got this beautiful blending of the two worlds of urban and rural kind of melding together to achieve something great for everybody. And I love that sentiment of, it's not all for downtown. It's not just about downtown. It's about the whole city. It's about the whole state. It's about the whole region, in fact, that we do these things.
Yes. Yeah. And and like something as simple as knowing where your food comes from. You know what I mean? Having friends that are, do corn, and the other ones that do cattle, and how the corn can connect to the cattle, and how the cattle come. People understanding how the world works gives them a real respect and appreciation for people that they might not see on the day-to-day. And again, I go back to, that's the value of downtown. When you go to 11, you're going to see social collisions, right, of people who would never elect to share time and space together. But then they do, and they realize, man, this is pretty good music. You like it. I like it. We have something in common. those are the things that break down. You hear people all the time complaining about the state of our country or world and the politics of it and things of that nature, but they don't really think about the things that actually undermine that negativity, that break down those silos. And that's those types of things. It's not likely that we're going to create a connection over a debate. It's more likely that we do it over a meal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's far more likely. The breaking of bread is historically how people have come together. Music is how people historically have come together. Those are the things that bind us. And so this is a representation of that. And it has the additional benefit of ensuring that some of our institutions, some of our new restaurants and things of that nature can survive.
There's a person I was having lunch with, and they said, "Hey, I was in a different state yesterday with my wife. We were just taking a little vacation, and she warned me not to get the burger because I've got to prep for Burger Battle." So we've now taken a burger sale away from Salt Lake City, Utah, because they needed to
saving them up.
You know, they're gonna have 50 burgers in January this month, and so. Another one is, you know, we've got a person who calls every year and says, "Hey, is that Burger Battle still going on?" Because me and my friends always get an Airbnb. We come from out of state just for this. And then we've got other people who are sitting at the bank. They're in the teller line. They've got their own spreadsheets and their own blogs. And, you know, it's just has kind of blown into this beautiful thing. Why marketing and messaging?
Yeah, you happen to know how passionate I am about this particular subject, but it's because it's like people talk about the truth, right? Like there's three sides to the truth: your side, my side, and then the truth. It's the same thing with stories and narratives. There's your story, my story, and our story. And people can get caught up in their own narrative. And even worse, we can get caught up in narratives that are beyond our actual experience. So national narratives, global narratives, where sometimes what's happening someplace else isn't what's happening here, but it impacts it. And so if we're not telling our story, right? If we're not telling the story of what our experience is, who we are, we import feelings sometimes. We import drama sometimes. We import stress sometimes instead of exporting what we have here, which we think is so special, which is why it makes sense to really fight to retain some of it. And why you also have to be willing to evolve to make sure you have a version of that thing that's relevant for the time that you're in. And if you're not telling that story, we're not speaking the same language. We're not basing it off the same experiences. We're not seeing it from the same angles. And that just naturally produces conflict. And so storytelling, marketing, and messaging is not just about giving someone a thing or creating a thing. It's about helping that person understand what that thing might mean, both on the surface level and in a deeper level. It's helping that person to understand how they might interact with it or what it means to you or what it might mean to them. And that is the thing that shapes our lives. That's the only thing that lasts.
That's really well put. I'm going to wind this down just a little bit.
Yeah.
If you had to explain what Burger Battle is to someone who's never heard about it in one sentence or maybe two, how would you do that?
I would say it is a cultural phenomenon of experiencing our community and each other through burgers. You know, burgers are the tool. It's the path, but it's not the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to close it up.
Yes.
How could I possibly eat 50 burgers?
Split them. That's the biggest one. It's to split those. I mean, I always love how every single year somebody finds a creative way to be able to do it and the coordination it takes. I have a friend who has a significant spreadsheet he does every year of all of the burgers. And this person is an intelligent person. And if they aim that level of time or energy towards anything, they can make more money. They could do all that other type of stuff. And they do it towards this because they're having fun. So for me, my thing is always, whether you have one burger or whether you have 50, come down here, experience your community, connect with people, and throw a little love back at these restaurants that keep us fed.
Yeah. Once and for all, though, we don't expect people to eat all 50 burgers. We just want you to participate.
You don't.
Be part of this.
Eat 50 burgers.
Eat a few. You know, if you want to eat all 50, that's great. We'll give you an award of some kind. We usually do a giveaway every year for those folks. maybe a heart test or something this year, or EKG.
It's incredible. People really want to eat off it.
They do. They do.
I mean, again, I respect it. For some people, that's their marathon or whatever that is. But just make sure you consult with your physician.
Yeah. We are aiming for 100,000 burgers sold this year. We had 88,000 last year. So it's a good jump, but we've got, 11 more burgers to go around. So
if the weather stays like this, I think we got a real shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of energy carries these businesses for several months, if not a couple quarters.
100%.
So,
and I'm looking for $4 million in economic development. That's kind of,
okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
All right. Let's go get it.
No pressure.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming on to Hello Downtown, Vaney. It's always awesome to talk to you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're listening to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls.
Well, we are here with Bo Vondra, the culinary director of Monk's, self-proclaimed title.
I don't know if it's something.
It's something.
It's something.
Yes. And then Brent, oh my gosh, you're going to have to help me with your last name again.
Abdush.
There we go. That's because I wrote it wrong. That's why. General manager of Monk's.
Correct. Yes.
Welcome to Hello Downtown. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
So Monk's Ale House, this year's entry in the Burger Battle, 13th Burger Battle overall, is the Bob's Popper Burger.
Correct.
Who's Bob?
We have no idea.
I love that. That's so good. So we've only been, as we're recording, we're 5 days in. You guys have already sold 1,100 burgers. Yeah. Is this true?
That's true. Very close to that.
I think it's actually 12. I thought it was 1,200.
I think all burgers 1,200, but Battle Burgers I think is around 11.
That's pretty incredible.
It's a lot of burgers.
It's a lot of burgers. How are you encouraging customers to show up, to vote, to engage? What are you doing?
Brent's dashing good looks. Basically the only reason why we have any customers.
It is making me hungry right now.
No, I think, this is it's my third year, and like the third year that the company's really taken a nice focal point on the direction of really emphasizing Burger Battle and what it can do to draw people into our space. And that more than just that we're a craft beer bar, that we're also a gathering place and a place for people to dine. And each year we get better and better at all aspects of it, whether it's the hospitality piece, the execution piece of the food, just the overall vibe inside the building. I think every year we improve a little bit, and I think people are liking what they're seeing and enjoying coming in. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, is they believe that, they believe in us, and they know after 3 years now that when they come in there, they're going to get something that tastes good. They don't have to worry about it being a coin flip burger. So that's my thought on it.
Awesome. And general manager, how are you? What are you doing to train staff? Is it different for Burger Battle?
It's more just an increase. We're running with more people. Made a few hires, and I don't know, just get them mentally ready. Several of them have been there since they were there last year and the year before, so they kind of know what they're getting into. There's a few of them. Last year was my first one, so it was a eye opener for me, I tell you what. But yeah, just kind of letting them know it's no joke. We're going to be busy from beginning to end.
Yeah, and how do you keep people motivated during this month? I know it can be kind of brutal on staff, but it's also kind of fun.
Yeah,
it is. I think we keep a tally of the burgers we do, both in the front of the house and the back of the house, every day, so they see their hard work is paying off. Just try to keep a positive vibe. When people need a break, notice that, let them have a break, and just really, give them high fives when you can. Really kind of just motivate them with positivity.
Yeah, I love that. So let's talk about your burger this year, Bob's Popper Burger. Your description is a double stack of CAB,
certified Angus beefs.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm an office worker.
Oh, that's
clearly.
all right.
Smash patties topped with melty new school American cheese, herbed cream cheese, and a touch of buttermilk ranch, raspberry preserves for a hint of sweetness, pickled jalapenos for that perfect pop, and crispy bacon. A soft, big Marty bun with a side of Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips. Whoa. Who made this? Who came up with this?
So it's it was a collaboration of ideas. One of the owner's family, the Bob's Popper is the number one pizza on our menu. Mm-hmm. And one of the owner's family, Estella, the wife, she always thought I'd like to. I believe it was your mom, right, Talia, that brought it up.
Yep.
Yeah, that said I wonder what it would be like. I think it would be a good burger. And then so I took that and those notes, and I took burger toppings, and I tried to make it happen as close to the pizza or to Stella's idea first and foremost, and then I tried to make it happen.
Yeah, is the team trying the burger in advance and tweaking it before you put your entry in?
I don't know about tweaking it. It was pretty perfect when we first tried it.
Awesome. Let's look back in time a little bit. Let's go back to last year. You guys took home a WWE style belt from the Burger Battle because you sold the most burgers. It was 6,197 burgers in the month of January. And again, by the time we're recording this, you probably already hit 1,300 sales already, and
I hope.
I'm sure you did. What is your secret? How do you crank this many? I know you're on a flat top grill.
Yeah.
Is that true? Yeah.
This year we've upgraded a little bit. Last year was pretty interesting. It was a really small grill.
Yeah. So does it add pressure to the staff to come back a year later and want to beat that number?
I don't know if it's pressure. We're up for the challenge. I mean, we saw what last year could be, and I think we have a solid entry. And when we went into it, I'm like, I don't know if we're going to be able to sell that many. But after this last weekend, I'm like, well, maybe we'll get past that.
We're on a heavier pace this year than we were last year at the same time.
You can already tell.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Your guys' food is incredible.
Thank you.
All year long, which I think probably helps with a competition like this. People already know you, trust you, want to come back. So let's stick with you again one more time. What advice would you give to a chef entering Burger Battle for the first time?
I don't know, you want me to give away trade secrets?
Yeah, well, you can choose what you tell them.
No, I think just stay true to who you are. Have fun with it. Don't try to do too much. Kind of stick within your wheelhouse. The whole KISS moniker, keep it simple, stupid.
Well said. Brent, last one's for you. How do you think Burger Battle impacts downtown restaurants and the local food scene?
Man, it's indescribable, really. Like you take a month like January, which traditionally is one of the slowest months of the year for restaurants. I worked at a place, on the other side of town during January. Yeah, it's not very busy. And it's even worse with Burger Battle for the other places. It's great for downtown. Brings in so many people. Can't wait to see that list of burgers and decide where they're going to go. I mean, they plan their whole day around it. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's getting big when the naysayers start coming out quite a bit. They're pretty loud
Feeling it this year.
So,
absolutely.
that something's going on that people really.
Yeah. Just loud volumes of keep going. That's what I hear.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Jeff over at Remedy, the two restaurants I'm involved in and a few other places. We all thought 50, holy cow, Burnson, Monks, and Remedy have all been on record paces.
Good to hear it. That is exactly.
Other than positively, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It has affected.
It hasn't negatively affected.
Right. This is exactly what DTSF exists for, is to drive foot traffic to downtown to support the business community. So we're super glad to hear it's working. Yeah. We're going to keep trucking away, drown out the haters, and we'll eat some burgers. So
I like it.
Yeah,
cool. I like it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It was fun, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Take care. You are listening to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls Incorporated. I'm Brandon Hansen.
I'm Taryn Sietsema with Downtown Sioux Falls. Here is today's member moment. Hey everybody, I am joined today with Jeff Dance from Zanbros Variety. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate it. Thanks for your membership as always. Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Okay, question number 1. Describe your business in 5 words or less.
Oh my God. What kinds of adjectives are streaming through my head here? I'm going to go with the sign that we have at the back of the store, like no place else. And that's kind of what we tell people when they want to know what we're like. Yeah.
I would say that's accurate. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2. This or that. Riverfest or Parade of Lights?
They're both great events, but having froze my ass off in the back of a pickup truck and Parade of Lights, I'm going to say Riverfest.
That's fair. Summer patio drinks or winter cozy cocktails?
Oh, God. Summer patio, please.
Yeah. Okay. Number 3. What's your go-to downtown guilty pleasure? Coffee drink, snack, hidden gem, or a little routine that you can't resist?
Well, I live above the store, so I live on Eat Street.
You do?
But my wife calls me a pastry slut.
Oh.
And so CH Patisserie, Queen City, Bredico's back downtown. I'm in heaven. I have to go to the bank to get a change order. And of course, CH Patisserie is just across the street. And so
I love it.
Those are my guilty pleasures. But
those are great guilty pleasures, though. Okay. Number 4. If downtown Sioux Falls had a mascot, what would it be?
Hard question. We kind of have a natural one with David. And I notice you guys are using it a little bit and we've used it. And the nice thing about David is we're not going to have to worry about anybody wearing a David mascot costume.
Exactly. We hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that could be problematic, right?
Yeah. I could see that in the parade of lights.
Might ruffle some feathers. It's probably not a good idea, but I love that. Okay, number 5, last question. For people walking into your business for the first time, what's one key thing they should know about your business?
That you should enjoy exploring because you'll miss a lot if you don't take your time. And the next time you come, it's going to be different.
I think that is so true. And your store, you're such a staple downtown too, that people stop in anytime they're downtown because like you said, it's always different. You're going to find something different every time.
We try to keep it fresh.
Love that. Thank you so much for coming in today. And thank you for your membership, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
This is Hello Downtown.